Welcome back to another video. In this portion of the series of coding your Discord bot, I'm going to be talking about how to make a warn command. This is the first command that we'll be making for the infraction system. A lot of people have been wanting an infraction system, so here it is. But first, I must say, let's go ahead and organize these commands a bit. So you can make unlimited folders within your commands folder here, because that's how we programmed the advanced command handler. I would never give you guys something that's halfway done, so I hope you enjoy organizing it to your liking. But if I just show you real quick, because we're getting all the files, and I talked about this more in depth in the advanced command handler episode, but we're getting the files within every folder that's within the commands folder. So you can make any folders you want. And for today, we're definitely going to be having a moderation folder. And I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to make a setup folder, because we also have these set welcome role and channel systems that we can move into setup, and that's not going to change the code at all, because every time you start up the bot, it loads the commands again. And now I'm just going to make a new folder for fun commands, I guess. So this will include the 8-ball, it'll include flip, hello, poll, or not poll maybe, but roll. We'll put all that in fun. Let me put that capital F. And then we'll add a new folder, utility. So we're gonna put the poll command in there. We'll put the help command in there. Testing. We can put ping, echo, defer. These are all kind of for testing. Or actually, we can put echo over into fun. And you see, you can organize them however you like, and it makes it really nice and organized. Also, on that same note, I should go over where's the icon pack that I have, because it looks really nice, and I'm sure a few of you guys want to use it on your own. Material icon theme. This is what I have. So if you just look up material icon theme, then you can go ahead and add that. I love it. It helps me find what I need when I need it. For example, when I'm using models and such, it has a nice red folder like this, and it's really nice. And so I'd recommend it quite a bit. Anyway, without further ado, let's make a warn command. Warn.js. Simple as that. Boom, command done. Video over. See you next time. Just kidding. Nobody fell for that, did they? We're gonna have to import a few things for this command. So slash command builder, permissioned flag bits, and embed builder equals require discord.js. All right. We're also going to need to make a brand new model called infraction. // models infraction. We'll make that now. Also, it's good to know that you'll see I have to use these / instead of normal or double / instead of normal //. That's because within the extra folders, you got to make sure you configure that. So in this case, we got to make sure that we update these. That one just updated, but we got to make sure we update them. All these ones are good. Then close that and close that. Let's go ahead and go into the models. Let's copy the guild, paste it in. Guild copy, rename. We're going to call this infraction. So the infraction ID, it's going to be an integer this time, because that's what works with auto increment. So auto increment, that's how you spell it. And what that does is the first one is going to have an ID of 0. The second one's going to have an ID of 2, on and on and on. We're going to set the user ID. And we're going to set the guild ID. The reason why we have user ID and guild ID is because we want them to have infractions separate, like to individual servers. We don't want global infractions, if that makes sense. We don't want you to have infractions on one server and then carry over to the other server. That would be a mess. So we're going to set these to allow null false and keep them as string because really big integers, as I talked about in a couple episodes ago. And we're also going to need to store a few more things. We're also going to want to maybe store a reason. Also, I don't know why that's capital G. It should be lowercase. So we're going to store the reason. We'll set it to allow no false, and we can set the default value. We'll set the default value to be no reason provided. We'll also save the enforcer ID. So this is the user that enforcer ID. This is the person that, how do I explain this? This is the person that like made the infraction, like warned the user and stuff like that. We can also keep track of the type. This is going to be a string as well, and we're also going to require it, and also the duration. So this is going to be of type integer, default value is going to be 0. I don't know if we're going to store this as seconds. I think that's probably the best idea because milliseconds is a little bit annoying, but we'll figure that out later down the road. All right, yeah. So this is how this looks. That should be a pretty good start for the infraction. Make sure you name it properly everywhere. Yep. Now we're also going to need to make sure we include it in our syncdb. If we do this, infraction.sync, there, it should import it. If you like, watch. If you type in infraction and you start typing it and you see it pop up and it says ./models/infraction, you press enter, it should import it for you. So that's nice. Sync. And we're going to set it to force because we need to make all of the individual columns. Node sync db.js. I should probably make a confirmation message, but that's fine. We don't need one right now. Now we're going to comment this out. Remember, control/, and it should comment it out. And then we can go back over into warn and carry on now that we have an actual infraction model. Obviously, our standard module exports, we could just take this from ping. It's in testing because ping isn't really a normal command. Like it is and it isn't, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so we got ping. Let's change this to warn. Warn a user. So obviously we're going to need to set this to default member permissions. The reason why we're going to set permission flagbits dot moderate members. Moderate members is the same as saying the permission of, I believe it's timing out a user. So that's the one I've chosen. Set DM permission. We're going to set this to false. Add user option. Dot set name. User. Dot set description. User you wish to warn. Dot set required. True. All right. Now we're gonna add string option, and this option is obviously gonna be for a reason. I'm not going to set it to be required because maybe the user doesn't want to specify a reason and they just need to warn them really quick. But You can, if you would like, make it required. Totally up to you. Doesn't matter that much. We're going to defer this reply because depending on your internet speed connection, it might take a little bit. Make sure to await it. And let's go ahead and get everything like this. Options, guild, user. Well, let's fetch them as a member because then they have the permissions. Now we're gonna name them const target because this is the target that we're getting. So we're awaiting options dot get member, and we can do get member from a user option because if you remember previously, getting a member gets them as they have roles, permissions, all that stuff. Getting them as a user just gets them as the basic user that doesn't have roles, permissions. They are the Discord user. They're not a member of your server. So by getting them as a member, we're getting them as a member of your server type thing. So you can manage them and stuff like that. I'm just going to get the guild ID now because that's going to be easier for me later. I don't remember if we have to wait it or not. I don't think so, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm also going to get the target ID because why not? That just makes life easier later. All right. We also have a couple things we can set here. Set min length. We're going to set this to be 1. Set max length to be, what's the maximum string length for Sequelize? Let me double check real quick. The max string length for Sequelize is 255, so we're just going to leave it at that. We're not going to convert it to text, which has unlimited length, because your reason shouldn't be more than 255 characters, if I'm being honest. So max length is 255. That should be more than plenty for everyone. Okay, so the way that we're doing this is we're going to do let embed. Let meaning that it can change. And we're going to wait infraction.create. And we're going to set the user ID to be user ID. That's kind of why I set it like that, but I guess we don't really need that. Or it's target.id, sorry. And actually, because we made it here, the reason can't be null. We have to change this to true, I'm pretty sure. Because if we put it in as null, then it's going to give us an error. We're going to set this to type manually. We'll set it as a warn. And we're going to set this to member.id. The reason why it's member is we're getting the member who's the one that sent this interaction. So we're doing member.id from up here. Warn, we're getting the reason, we're getting all that good stuff. We don't need this line either. Now the reason why we have let embed is we're going to do a .then statement, which I haven't shown you guys before. But essentially what this is doing is it's giving you all the information that creating an infraction gives you. So what we can now do is embed equals new embed. And I guess we can do that outside of here. So now we can do embed, and we can do .set color. Let's set this to red. We're gonna do set author, and let's set the author to be who we're warning. Target.tag icon URL. gonna be user.display avatar URL, like that, and we'll just put brackets. Set title, new infraction, set description, backticks, issued by, and then we're gonna do member.tag. Remember, member is up here. We're getting it from the interaction. We're doing member.tag. Let's add some fields. The first one's gonna be, and remember, each of them have this same structure. So we're gonna set the name, we're gonna set the value, and we're gonna set inline. And then we're gonna have a comma at the end. And we're gonna need 4 fields total. So we'll copy and paste it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now the first one, we're just gonna name ID. And the reason why I'm doing this way, result dot data values so what I'm doing here is these are backticks within normal quotation marks. And so what it's saying is this backtick, then this text, and then this backtick. And the reason why you do that is it looks fancy on Discord. I'll show you guys afterwards, but it looks nice and I'd recommend it. We're gonna set the inline for all these to be true. So let me actually just copy this into each of these because they're all gonna be quite similar in some ways. So we'll set type, guild, and reason. Oh, and this one will be false for inline here, but the other ones will be true. Sorry, this one's not type, it's ID. And then this is going to be name, or guild.name. And this last one's going to be .reason. And what .catch does is this is on the main .then here. So if there's an error, then it's going to console.log it. Sorry, so it has to be structured like this. Let me remake that. .catch. Put it like this. Arrow function, then like that. Well, let's not DM the user yet. We'll worry about that on our time. But for now, we can just respond. So interaction.edit reply because we deferred originally and it should work. We don't need to specify ephemeral. Okay, let's see how many errors I get from this because I'm sure I'm gonna get some. And I'm pretty sure we synced the DB up earlier, but I'm gonna check. There we go, it all works. All right, here we go. /warn. Boy there fool. Test. Yeah, I'm like, no way this works on the first try, that's fine. User is not defined. Where is it not defined? 4249. Oh yeah, this needs to be a member, sorry. Or sorry, target. That's my bad. And I ran it again, and what's the next errors? Okay, so I think I found the error because this is input.name. It says expected values to equal either null or a string. So right now, this actually has to be target.user.tag. It's not target.tag. And that should be the only thing that needs to change in order to get this running. So let's see if this works. I do /warn. I specify or their fool, and that didn't work. I'm assuming that has something to do with, yes, because we didn't specify a reason. Oh, we didn't sync the database afterwards. So let me just do that. Because after we made that change to the model, we have to sync the DB and then I can run it again. And let's try this command again. That doesn't work. Not null constraint failed dot reason. I just changed this no reason provided. Null is allowed. What? Oh, did I? Oh, that's what I did. Okay, that's the problem. Sorry about that. Sync db.js. And I can get rid of that again. Let's run the command again. There we go. The reason is null, but there's an easy way to fix that if we want. And if we refresh infractions, you can see its ID is 1. Sorry, it doesn't start at 0. I lied earlier. And then it's user ID, guild ID, reason is null, enforcer ID, warn, duration is 0, created at, updated at. So what we're actually going to do is, because this doesn't work, let's set this in here in warn, right up here before we do infraction.create. We can do if there is no reason equals no reason provided. And that should do that. Now if we go ahead and run this again, what did I do? Oh right, it's const, so we have to change this to let. My bad. There we go. New infraction, issued by undefined. That's our next issue to tackle, I suppose. It's issued by member.user.tag, not member.user, not member.tag. So if we fix that, warn, new infraction, it's on this user, issued by golden dev. ID is 3, type is warn, guild is golden tutorials, it's the name of the guild, reason, no reason provided. This looks very nice. It's a nice and easy way to make a warn command. This will be applied to future infraction commands, so make sure you understand this and get it to work before moving on to the other infraction commands, because we'll be doing warn, kick, ban, mute at a minimum, and also a way to view all of the infractions of user. So stay tuned. Hope you guys are looking forward to that. All right. Well, of course, we got to set the reason for a test to see if it works, and it does. And if we get rid of the reason like that, not a valid value. It all works. So see you guys in the next episode. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Discord bot, link in the description, everything else down there as well. Yeah, see you later. Website with code for all the videos is now in the description, so it's great. You can go on there, you can look at the code snippet / video section, and what that has is it has old videos and it has code snippets underneath, so it helps you compare your code. It doesn't have the code word for word as you go further into the series, but it definitely does have a good starting point, and you can compare the core concepts to make sure you have exactly the right wording, because sometimes case sensitive stuff is a real big pain in the butt. For starting out, I have this as an option, so make sure to check that out, like and subscribe for more, and see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.